Show yourself! Get my hands on you, I'm gonna rip your fucking head off!
Cut. Today we're actually shooting Cookies. It's a short film that I started writing this year. It's a horror film. It's going to be a FI7 full cell production. What really inspired me to write this story is I loved Scream. I loved a lot of these horror films that are coming out, but I especially took some things from Scream and I implied that into this story to really make it what it is. The story is essentially about a couple that are at home watching a horror film and there's a knock on the door. And then Derek, one of our main characters, goes to the door and he finds this Chinese takeaway. Now he assumes, based on the receipt, that his girlfriend purchased this Chinese takeaway, but really in reality they find out through a phone call that there's actually a slasher that's after them, and he reveals that they actually killed somebody, a student. So there was a cover-up, and this person is now out to get them. It's like a revenge story. So now they're trying to survive the night while this person is trying to give them revenge and payback in return. So it's a pretty wacky, crazy story. I'm excited. I started writing the story when I was in Jamaica, and I developed it, and it eventually became way bigger than I expected. Ended up putting a lot of pre-production into it, because I'm not just directing it, I'm also producing it, and I had to put a whole budget together and so forth to make it happen. It's a big project, probably about 16 pages. I have 9 actors, so there's a lot of new things for me that are challenging when it comes to just putting a production together. I've never done it before, setting up a budget, never done that before. Learning that aspect of it, learning how to take care of the crew, making sure they have food and all those sort of things. And on top of that, just becoming a bad director. I've never directed a film this big. The biggest film I've ever directed has been 2-3 pages. So it's a new challenge, working with several different kinds of ethnic backgrounds, different people, big crew, on location, all on location, and it's all happening here, and it's happening, a horror film, just before we hit Halloween.